Oh my god, I hate YouTube so much. This is ridiculous. Ah! Oh man. Okay. Moderation activity, turn that on. Timestamp, sure. Hey, how you doing? What do you mean what's wrong with my tune? What's wrong with it? Is there something wrong? No, I'm not joking. What's wrong with it? I'm looking at it. I don't see anything wrong. You big then small? What? I mean, I'm moving. I'm looking at the stream feed and I don't see anything. I don't know, Lewis. It might be you? Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, bud. I apologize. It is redonkulous on how difficult things are to access now. It's funny, you don't stream on YouTube for a while and they make you jump through hoops just to start like live streaming again. It's ridiculous. What am I doing? Going live. Add everyone. Let's have a chat about... What are we talking about? What's today's topic? Which is new multi-streaming. I don't know. I guess that's what we can call it. Perfect. Okay. We good. Sweet. Does everything else still look okay, Lewis? Oh yeah, I better turn on the YouTube overlay. That'd be smart. I kind of had that off. It was just you? Okay. Perfect. Hey Meg, how you doing? I'm here and I'm in a bad mood because I don't have Precock Premium and I want to watch the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, but it's okay. Wait, there's a new Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Hey Jay, how's it going? When did that come out? Five Nights of Freddy's at Freddy's. Video game series movie. I should probably type in movie. When did that come out? Came out today? So you could stream it on Peacock? Dude, we don't have Peacock in Canada. That's the problem as well for me. Hey Sakura, how you doing? It has been forever. It's been a very long time. How have you been? You might watch it tonight? That's not a bad idea. Five Nights at Freddy's, 68 million, busting all sorts of opening records. Best for Halloween, Peacock's Day, and date. Wow. Apparently it's doing really well. Like, really well. You know what, though? It makes sense because Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of like... It really appeals to almost every generation right now. So there's no reason why it wouldn't be popular. So it makes sense. It makes sense why it's doing very well. Just eating dinner, chicken and broccoli. Are you on a health kick or diet, or you just felt like eating chicken and broccoli? I did an exam for a job, so I'm looking forward to it. Nice. I hope you get the job. Hope everything goes well. My parents are swearing up and down. No one knows what Five Nights at Freddy's is. Maybe if they saw the animatronics, maybe they'd like have an idea. I don't know. All depends. Like, I know people my age in like mid-30s kind of know what Five Nights at Freddy is, like for the most part, that if they game. Yeah, I think a lot of people know it from Markiplier, to be honest. I think that's where a lot of people know where it's from. That is true. Yeah, no, it does have a billion games. That's for sure. What is it, like a billion? Oh, what's the downloads for it? Let me look. Five Nights at Freddy's. The original's pretty good deal right now. $5.69. That's really good. How many downloads does it have? Can you see the downloads? I guess not. I'm just looking at their Steam page and I've only played it for 2.8 hours. I apparently just played it enough to say no, I'm good, and left it at that. That is my extent of playing Five Nights at Freddy's. 2.8 hours. $78 on Metacritic. Overly whelming positive reviews. Yeah, I don't think that's a game I'll ever play again. I don't do good with scary anything, so yeah, that's not my jam. You have to inform your dad about the lore. Okay. Did he... I imagine there's like a lore video out there that kind of explains it for new people, new to the franchise, like explains it in like 10 minutes or less. Man, I wish people did coding for restream chat. It would make it easier. What do you mean? What's wrong with restream chat? You're late? No, you're not late. You're exactly on time. You're perfect. You're fine. No worries. Oh, so that looks pretty. Honestly, I think there will be more people that are going to eventually get into it. This is my prediction. Now, well, once we go over it, my prediction is now that Twitch kind of is given a like a thumbs up on, hey, restream, I think there will be more people going into the coding, making things happen. So I think, yeah. I think it'll be kind of nice. Restream is not allowed? What do you mean? Why is Restream not allowed? Oh, so, okay. What's the difference between multi-stream and Restream? Like, honestly, what is the difference? Okay. We'll cover that in a minute. Make sure you ask that question again, though, Sakura. The thing is... Okay. We'll cover it in a couple of minutes. Make sure you re-ask. Because... Yeah. We'll cover it. We'll cover it. I found out to stream I need to buy a few extra stuff since my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port. Okay, that's fair. Pretty sure that's for the chat stuff, not literal multi-streaming. That might be it. We'll go over it. The thing is, though, if they... Okay. Maybe we should just jump into it now. Let's see. Let's see how many people are actually, like... Oh, okay, yeah, we got a pretty decent turnout. Okay. Let's go over it, since we're talking about it already. Okay? You guys ready? By the way, it's been a very long time since we've done literally anything like education wise, so I am going to be like incredibly rusty. I do apologize. Okay, so we got the fancy whiteboard, right? That's here. We got it still. Great. Okay, so Twitch's restream or let's call it multicasting. They actually have another word for it. They called it simulcasting. I know I'm spelling stuff wrong, so don't at me, bro. Don't at me, bro. Senpai, don't care. As long as I get my point across, Senpai, don't care. Okay. This will bother me though. I gotta look that up. Oh, okay, I missed the U. I put an I instead of a U. Okay. There we go. There. Okay. There we go. And guys, like, if you guys have asked me questions previously throughout, please feel free to ask them again. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so let's pull up Twitch's official statement, shall we? Here it is. And let me zoom in a bit. Okay. So simulcasting guidelines. So they're not talking about multi-streaming. They haven't used the word restreaming. They are specifically using the word simulcasting. Okay. In line with a coming change to our terms of service. Okay. So we're going to be highlighting that one a little bit. Terms of service. We are not allowing you to We are now... Oh my god, that could have been bad. We are now allowing you to simulcast on any service. Okay, simulcast, again. On any service. So that being said, what this means is you're allowed to have your broadcast not just, you know, be stuck on Twitch, which was the thing that it was before, but now we can broadcast the exact same stream to YouTube, to Kick, to Twitter, whatever website you want. Okay, so let's put that in our notes real quick. You guys won't see the notes, but that's okay. So they're going to use simulcasting. So we're going to do Twitch to YouTube, tick, and etc. Again, you guys can't see this right now. We'll pull up the notes later when we're done. Okay. We believe in giving you the freedom to simultaneously stream to other services. But we also want to ensure that the Twitch user experience, so they're very specific on this one, is not compromised. To that end, the following guidelines have been established. Okay, so what's the difference between guidelines and rules, chat? Guidelines. Meaning. A general rule, principle, or a piece of advice. Okay, so let's pull up rules. Meaning. A set of explicit or understood regulation or principles governing conduct within a particular activity or sphere. Okay. So we gotta be very, 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 very detailed in how we're reading this, okay? So they are using right now guidelines that have been established. So these aren't hard rules. These are more of kind of like a piece of advice, a general rule. All right. These aren't like written in stone. Not yet. Right now, I think what's happening with Twitch is they're kind of like feeling it out, seeing what they have to do, and then they're going to change it later on. So it's not a hard rule. Not quite yet. Okay. Perfect. All right. Now that we got that understood, you ensure that the quality of Twitch users' experience of your simulcast is at a minimum no less than experience on other platforms or service, including by your engagement with Twitch community, for example, via chat. Pretty normal. I think that's pretty fair. There's nothing here that kind of really stands out, but we should probably talk about this point really quick, shall we? I think we shall. So you're going to be like, hey, Senpai, what do they mean by this? I'm so glad you asked, little Timmy. Let me get into this. So what should happen here, and I'm going to use like a general thing, okay? Don't run ads, for example, on your whole main stream that are other platform based. So like, for example, some people will have like, this is probably never going to happen, but a YouTube exclusive ad that they gotta like say on their stream or run for their stream, right? Or maybe, or actually, this is one more realistic. For example, Streamlabs does sponsor streams, okay? Where it's mostly set to that one particular platform. I haven't seen them do it for YouTube yet. They're kind of slow on running that thing, but they do it a lot for Twitch. So if there is an exclusive advertising for a particular game like Raid Shadow Legends that you're running on your YouTube stream, making sure that that's kind of not seen on the Twitch side of things. AKA, don't kind of stream that on Twitch if you're trying to like, especially if you're trying to pull people away from Twitch to engage on your YouTube stream so you can meet the marketing demands that are the requirements for that advert. That's kind of what they're talking about there. And that kind of would ruin the experience for people on the Twitch side of things, because now they know that this is a YouTube sponsored stream versus, you know, the Twitch. So they can't really participate in that. That is very much an exclusive thing on the other platform. Great. All right. So let's move to the next point. You should not provide links or otherwise direct your community to leave Twitch for your simulcast in other services or on other services, because we value the community on Twitch and the integral role of community engagement that plays for all Twitch users. What do they mean by this? Does anybody have a guess what they mean by this? Let me To leave Twitch. We'll copy that, and then we'll go here. Don't like YouTube on chat. Well, you can talk about YouTube on your stream, right? Twitch can't really moderate or they can't really moderate too much of what you say, right? But what this mostly is, pop-ups saying, hey, follow my Twitch or my YouTube, sorry, at XYZ link. But yes, this is the bots. This is what they're referring to as the bots. But you do have areas on your profile, okay, where you can put links for your YouTube or other websites that you're streaming to. Okay. So you can have those links in the appropriate areas, just not a bot actively promoting it. That being said, just like how somebody just mentioned, it's going to be hard to enforce. How is Twitch going to know that that kind of thing is happening? The only way they're going to know is if they are in your chat, okay? And the problem is Twitch doesn't already have the staff members required to moderate or police their Twitch partners, let alone the vast majority of small streamers, right? And yeah, they're not going to ban all stream bots because, let's be honest, a lot of stream bots provide an absorbent amount of value. And I've noticed that my YouTube thing isn't working on this overlay, so we better fix that real quick. I don't know which one it is. I have no idea. Here we go. There it is. Yeah. Actually, the way to solve that is because they suggest you tag yourself as a simulcaster. We'll touch up on that. State that one again in a couple of minutes. Okay. So, yeah, basically pop-ups. That's what they're kind of like talking. They're also meant or something like a, hey, if you want a better viewing experience, come watch me on YouTube, because YouTube does higher or does offer a higher bit rate, does give you the ability to click during the stream, like anywhere on the progress bar. So like if you miss something, you could actually like click back and catch back up, right? Which is a huge advantage on YouTube. That's something that Twitch does not have for some weird reason. But it is a feature. But like advertising stuff like that, say, hey, come on over, right? That kind of thing. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. And again, I'm generalizing a lot of these things because we could go into like a rabbit hole. You do not use any third-party services that combine the activity from other platforms or services on your Twitch stream during your simulcast. Such as, so they're giving you examples. Such as merging chat or other features to ensure Twitch community is included in the entirety of experience of your live stream. And I think this is where, and I've seen this on Twitter, people talking about this particular one, and they're saying, oh, Restream.io, you're dead. I don't think this really pertains to Restream.io, except for their chat bot. Because what their chat bot does is combines Twitch and YouTube chats. We're going to use those two for example, but they do it for all the streaming platforms into one chat, and the bot will auto relay to the other platforms. And I don't know if you guys have seen that actually happen, but it is a little bit annoying because it says Restream bot, YouTube. I'll use Sakura, and then Sakura's message. Right? It really stands out. It doesn't look normal, and it kind of sort of interrupts the flow. So what you should do in this particular situation is just have one chat on one side of your screen, whether that be your YouTube or Twitch, and then other side, the other chat. So I've showed Airwing Marine many times in the past. But this is the very thing he does on his live streams, where he will have the chat of Twitch on one side and YouTube on the other. As you see, there it is, right? Looks like in this particular stream, he actually combined it. But truthfully, again, it's going to be super hard for Twitch to really enforce it. And again, these are more guidelines than actual hard, concrete rules. So that being said, it's kind of impossible for them to enforce. But just don't have that combined chat happening in your chat. You could just have it in a small little corner in your of your screen. That's what I would say. They don't, and they're again talking about combining activity from other platforms. So again, that's not talking about Restream. Now, Sakura was mentioning earlier that what did Sakura say exactly? Let me scroll up a little bit here. Where was it? Is a third-party app. So technically, OBS is a third-party app. Technically, any plugin you install is a third-party app, right? All they're talking about is combining the activities. So, AKA, they're mostly talking about the chats, right? Alerts, stuff like that. That not really alerts, but mostly chats. That's what they care about, right? They won't be able to tell if a feed is coming from Restream.io versus your computer. Well, they can via IPs, but they're not going to likely care, to be perfectly honest. And if they do care, what they will do is block Restream.io's IP, which isn't really hard for them to do, which they could do in 2 seconds if they really wanted Restream.io to not happen. They also never mention in here not using any restreaming sites. They're not talking about multicasting sites. They're just talking about third-party services that combine activity. So, honestly, you can use Restream. You can use whatever website you want to send it to Twitch. They don't care. If you have failed to adhere to the simulcast guidelines, Twitch will send you a warning prior to taking any enforcement or action. Would help if I actually showed you guys this screen of me reading this. So again, they're using the word guidelines. If we look up what the word guideline means, it's a piece of advice, general rule, principle, not really set in stone quite yet, but they will send you a warning. So, for example, if you are using something like Restream.io, you're using their service, they don't like you using Restream.io, there will be an email sent out, and trust me, those emails will spread like wildfire on Twitter. But I've coned Twitter before the live stream. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anybody saying, hey, Twitch has sent me an email, not yet at least, because this is a brand new thing, saying that I cannot do this or I can do this or that, right? So I wouldn't worry. I really wouldn't be worried about it, just because they don't care about Restream.io for streaming purposes. Again, don't combine your chats, like I said. Okay, frequently asked questions. I don't know how they get frequently asked questions yet, considering this is like a brand new thing. When was this article updated? Oh, they don't even have that yet. So, okay. Do these guidelines apply to all streamers? No, I have seen some people mention, you know, in our affiliate contracts that it says you're not allowed to simulcast. I did look at our streamer agreements. The last modification was 7/14/2023. We are now in October. It's the 23rd of 2023. I don't see anything really saying that we couldn't multicast. I also took a look in the community guidelines. Now, if I am wrong and if I missed it, please let me know. But it looks like they just took it out. I don't see anything really that stands out. So, yeah, I don't see anything. So, you guys should be more than good to go. Again, I'm going to assume that the vast majority of Twitch partners are going to be good to go as well. The only Twitch partners that might be affected is ones that sign deals with Twitch saying, hey, you know, if I stay on your platform, you're going to pay me XYZ amount of money. Those ones would make sense. Those would be very exclusive that they would have to stream on Twitch. That makes like a lot of sense because Twitch has paid you to stream on their platform. Makes sense they would make you want to stream exclusively on that actual platform. So again, yeah, you guys are going to be fine. All affiliates are going to be fine. Vast majority of partners are going to be fine unless you did that contract. What is an example of a degraded experience on Twitch? All right. This is actually a very good thing that they're answering. For example, shrinking the size of, otherwise degrading the video quality on Twitch. So that is, it's worse than other platforms, make the user experience. So, okay. So what they mean here, quite literally, is purposely making your quality of your Twitch stream really bad, right? And then kind of like giving out subtle hints of saying, hey, my YouTube stream looks a lot better than my Twitch stream. You should go watch it there, right? Now, that's going to be kind of hard for you to do, hard for anyone to really do. Twitch will actually do that themselves, mostly because they don't support 10K streaming for the vast majority of affiliates right now, right? They at most support 6K, where YouTube supports 10K. So YouTube by default will probably look better than Twitch does. So you don't have to worry about that. Twitch is going to make themselves look bad on their own. But I don't think there is technology right now. Maybe there is a plugin that you can install on OBS that would send like a bad bit rate to YouTube, or sorry, to Twitch, a bad bit rate to Twitch. It might be possible. I doubt anybody would want to do that because that does take up extra bandwidth as it is. That's kind of why you would want to use a website like Restream or any other kind of website that does that. So yeah, that's what they're talking about. But again, nobody in their right mind would do that. Can I still link to third-party websites, including sites that I'm simulcasting to, on my About section on my channel? That's actually a great question. This is something I was talking about just earlier in the stream, right? Yes, the limitation regarding third-party links or directing your community to leave Twitch only applies to your stream and your Twitch chat. So they're literally saying it in black and white. If you're trying to encourage people, hey, come watch me on YouTube instead of Twitch because Twitch sucks, obviously not allowed. Obviously in your Twitch chat saying, hey, if you want a better viewer experience, come watch me on YouTube. I'm going to assume saying, hey, make sure you follow me on YouTube to watch new videos. You know, those kind of advertisements, auto bot messages will be fine. But yeah, if you're trying to actively promote saying, hey, better viewing experience over there, go watch me there. Yeah, I can understand that. You are not required to make any changes about to your about section of your channel page. Perfect. Can I use third-party tools that combine activity from other platforms or services, such as chat, if I'm using them on my personal usage? Yes, you are free to use those tools that are for your personal use. The prohibition on third-party tools. And again, they're talking specifically about third-party tools, and they're specifically talking about chat. They're really focused on chat. They're not focused on the restreaming, multi-streaming, and honestly, restreaming, multi-streaming, and multicast. They're all the exact same fucking word. They all mean the same thing. Okay, they really do mean the same thing. But they've mentioned chat multiple times. Their main worry is about chat, not really about anything else other than the chat experience for their Twitch audience. How do I designate my stream as a simulcasting in the Twitch interface? Okay. You are not required to designate your stream as a simulcast until we introduce the ability to do so in the stream manager. Now, I don't know about you guys. Twitch is kind of slow on a whole lot of things. I don't know. I'm not going to... I'm going to say maybe next summer they actually have a little checkbox. I will be surprised if it's sooner. But honestly, unless a Twitch moderator comes to your live stream, and the vast majority of people that's going to watch this live stream afterwards, a lot of you guys stream to less than 5 viewers. There's no real reason why a Twitch moderator would want to come to your live stream anyway to verify if you're multi-streaming or simulcasting, if you want to call it that. So realistically, you're going to fly under the radar. The only people that are really going to be like, you know, investigated or looked at are probably Twitch partners or Twitch affiliates with, you know, a really high viewer base. And I'm talking like viewer base in the thousands, then like in the hundreds or tens, right? Again, they don't have the staff. If we look up online, Twitch staff levels, or Twitch staff, Twitch, well, what's the word I want to use? Twitch staff, what staff levels? What do we call it? Twitch something. Twitch staff amount. 13,800, 600 in Canada. So they got 14K people, right? Let's be realistic. 10,000 of them are probably running other portions of Twitch, i.e. their servers, management, because management is always inflated. They have more managers than ever required. A lot of people that are doing other jobs, they probably have less than 800 moderators. I would say probably less than 400 moderators. And let's pull up really quick, Google.ca, Twitch metrics. So if we see how many live streamers are on right this particular time, live channels right now, 117,000 live channels. And let's say there is 800 moderators, 800 versus 117,000. That isn't a lot of good, well, that's live channels right now. So actually, it's 800 divided by 4 or 3 because they run in shifts, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's they're not going to be policing very much. It's going to be very difficult for them to do that. Extremely difficult. So I wouldn't be worried about that. Yeah, if my partner was terminated previously because I left for another service, going to reapply for partnership, right? They tell you plain as day, you can. So, yeah. Again, these are guidelines. They're not actually hard set rules yet. Not yet. They're going to iron out quite a bit of these. So I really wouldn't worry about it quite yet. The people that are worrying about things are worrying over nothing. Again, you know, the whole multiple app thing, they're mostly worried about chat. They don't care if you use restream.io or any other similar service to rebroadcast your stream to their site. Okay. That's basically it. I would highly suggest you guys check out Devin Nash's video. He talks about the simulcasting thing as well. Restream.io has also posted, thank you to C Plus for sharing this with me, things that you need to know. Exclusivity under monetization, chat, use our Twitch chat embed only, right? It's pretty self-explanatory stuff, guys. There's a lot of people overthinking this. There's not much to overthink. There really isn't. Okay, that's it. That's my TED Talk. I'm glad we had the discussion. Now I could use this and turn it into a YouTube video. Thank you for that. For the people that were wondering and asking. Now we can talk literally about whatever you guys want. And hi, Dolphin. How you doing? But yeah, if you guys got any questions or whatnot, please feel free to ask. Today's stream won't be a long stream either, so we'll probably stream for another half an hour. Actually, I am wondering what Devin's opinion on this. Maybe we could watch a little bit of it. Maybe we should watch a little bit. Yeah, maybe we should watch a little bit of it. Why not? Why not? Let's just, yeah, why not? Let's get his opinion.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
TwitchCon just happened, and with
Did
it
it?
came Twitch's biggest announcement ever. Pretty sure this is going to change the entire landscape of live streaming of all platforms. And if you are a content creator or interested in content,
what's your opinion on merch stores and print on demand? Okay, let's talk about that topic real quick before we watch like anything Devin. I want to focus on you guys mostly. Okay. Let's talk about merch. Print on demand. And I know the vast majority of people will actually like disagree with me on this one. I think print on demand is perfectly fine. I think everybody that's doing merch, not everybody, but a good portion of VTubers and streamers are doing merch wrong. What's the typical merch that VTubers give you? What's their always go-to? Like, honestly, what's their go-to? Shirts? Like 99% of them are shirts and mugs. Oh, and very, very few do plushies. The bigger ones do plushies. But the bigger ones that do plushies are like exempt from this rule. I'm talking like the vast majority of small streamers. And this is actually something I thought long and hard about. I actually really did think super long and hard about. Unfortunately, John, none of them really do voice packs. It's only like big corporate streamers that do the voice packs. But this is actually something I did think about long and hard, and it was bugging me. And I actually put into practice myself because, you know, if you're going to do something, do it. Show the world type thing. But their typical merch is shirts and mugs. or sometimes like gamer subs. No, not really gamer subs, but shirts and mugs, right? So it's cool, right? Shirts and mugs are cool, but typically their shirts and mugs just really mostly consist of their logo, right? And nothing else. The question is, what are they going to get from your merch? What value are they getting from your merch? Are they getting any? Right? Oh, okay, they bought a sweater. Okay, now they're going to be warm. But are they going to wear that sweater? Like I bought a sweater from a friend like 4 years ago at this point, right? I bought one of her merch sweaters. I haven't worn it once. Like honest to God, I haven't worn it once. And it's a picture of their logo on the front. Nobody cares about that, right? I don't care about it. It's been in my closet for 4 years. That hasn't moved. And this is the problem with, smaller streamers is a lot of the people that are buying merch are buying bigger streamers merch because, when they wear it in public, it's like, oh my God, you're a fan of that guy too. No way. Right? That's what they get out of it, right? That's the air quote value they get out of it. There's other people recognizing them on the street. Sometimes, well, not sometimes, but a lot of times it's just to support that streamer too. But there's people that are gothic VTubers, for example, that try to sell bright pink shirts. Does that work? Does that match your branding? Does that match any of that kind of thing? No, not really. It doesn't work, right? And the thing is, every single streamer, VTuber, blah, 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 all sell the same stuff from the same store. It's always from Spring or Stream Elements or Stream Labs. It's all from basically the same sources. So what are you going to do to make your merch stand out, right? Does the merch that you're selling make sense for you to sell? That's another thing you got to think about. Now, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm going to use VTuber Senpai as an example. Okay, so VTuber Senpai, you may have heard of him, may not have. What makes sense for VTuber Senpai to sell? And people have asked me for merch. Really have asked me for merch in the past. And I did think about it. I did Uwu shirts. I did Ara Ara shirts. And I did, way long ago have like VTuber Senpai shirts, like way long ago. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. It does not make sense for people to buy VTuber Senpai merch that are sweaters and mugs. They're not going to use it, right? The mug, for the most part, is probably going to sit on a shelf with the other mugs. So what can I sell that my viewers will use in their day-to-day life? And I sat there and I sat there and I sat there and I sat there and I thought about it. I'm like, what's my theme? And Misty said it. School stuff. So what did Senpai do? Great question, little Timmy. Senpai scoured the interweb, trying to find stores that support YouTube, Twitch, and multiple other websites where I can sell the product on multiple websites. And I found stuff that are relatable to my niche. Well, not niche, but like branding and theme of the stream. VTuber Senpai post-it notes. That's one. VTuber Senpai's daily goals and logs journal, right? It's just a journal with you can use it for whatever the hell you want. This makes more sense for me to sell to people than a sweater. or a mug. This will get more use than a sweater or a mug. This is something you could bring to class. This is something that you could bring to work. This is something that you could have at home where you write goals and logs and blah, 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 right? The Post-it notes. This is things that you guys can use for whatever, right? Comes with 50. It's a little bit pricey, I understand, but it's something, right? You're helping to support me, but this is something that actually can be good for you, right? And Post-it notes, you write your goals and or tasks or grocery lists, and it's actually useful. Actually, can be used daily if you wanted to. So when you're doing merch, think about it and be like, okay, does my merch make sense for me, for my image, for my niche, my brand, and all that fun jazz in between? Does it make sense? And I think this makes more sense than sweaters and mugs. And that's the journey that every one of you are going to have to go down and figure out what makes more sense for your branding or for your appearance or whatever you want to call it. Is it really sweaters? Is it really mugs? Is it really socks? I've seen people sell socks. No, probably not. For the most people, I think you guys can do a lot better on your merch and make it more unique. How often do you guys see people selling Post-it notes or little spiral notebooks? I don't think I've ever ran into a single person that's a content creator that sells their own Post-it notes and spiral notebooks. And these are also on print on demand. So I don't have to have a stock or anything. You guys buy it, everybody else just deals with it, and that's it. I don't have to worry about it. So if you are going to do merch, make the merch make sense. Hey, Cosmos. When's a good time to start selling merch? Fantastic question. A lot of people put in a lot of time and effort on getting like designs made and all that stuff. So these are the best times. And again, this is just my personal opinion. Oh, pens too. Pens. Oh, I didn't even think about pens. But honestly, when they ask, if people are asking about, hey, you got any merch? That's a good time to start selling merch. Like truly. There's this one YouTube channel I used to watch a lot, Cole the Corn Star. Right? He wasn't selling merch for the longest time. And he's like, oh, people keep asking about merch and all that stuff. So here I am. I'm putting up merch. Right? That is one time you can start, think about selling merch. Another time you can start considering about selling merch, honestly, is when you have a small, dedicated audience. What do I mean by small? I want to say, and again, this is my personal opinion, 30 plus viewers. Now remember, chat. Remember. When people buy a t-shirt or a sweater or a mug, they are buying usually only one. And they will only buy one forever. But VTuber Senpai Post-it Notes and Spiral Notebook might sell more than once. They might, buy it a couple of times if they run out. Does that make sense? Right? So you got to think about that too. Is there a reason for them to buy more of it? But yeah, that's me getting on another tangent and getting, so that's the point. But I would do 30 plus personally. Personally. So that's when you should start thinking about merch. Now, I know a lot of people think about merch when they're like 1 to 10 viewers. Honestly, don't worry about merch when you're that small. Just worry about when you're a larger streamer, because that energy should be really, put somewhere else that's more valuable. Nobody's going to buy your merch when you're small. And if they do buy it, it's going to be one person, and that's usually a good friend of yours that's buying your merch. How do I know this? Because I went through it. And I've spoken to other content creators that went through the same thing. And usually they make that one sale only, and then that's it. So think about, again, things that could be, sold multiple times over and over and over and over and over. I'm going to look into pens now, because I don't know why I didn't think of freaking pens. Oh, why didn't I think of pens? Jesus. So yeah, don't worry about merch right now, I personally think. Packs of tea, sure, yeah, tea bags, that could be something useful. I don't know if you're ever gonna find anybody that sells tea bags that you could like slap your logo on, unless you're like a really large content creator. But yeah, plushies are crazy expensive to make. Like, I know Susu right now. I watch Susu a lot, and she started making plushies for a very limited time. Yeah, for small streamers, a lot of people will not do plushies. What you could do though, what you could do, I just thought of it just now. I don't know if they still allow it to happen. Let me pull up their website real quick before I show you guys. Custom design. Desk mats, mouse pads. Those are things that could be very good. What you could do, I'm kind of like hesitant on this, but what you could do is go to like Funko Pop's website and kind of like sort of like make one that looks similar to you. And then what you can do is order 1 or 2, autograph it, and then send it out. Is a lot more work. But if you're like really desperate for something that looks like you, and you want like an action figure looking thing, or something that looks similar to, I don't know, something similar to a plushie, you could go the Funko Pop route. There is people also on Etsy that do custom Funko Pops. So you could probably do something like that. Yeah. Can you actually resell that? Is Funko Pop going to go after you for selling less than 10 or reselling less than 10? Probably not. They're probably not going to know unless you really piss off the person that's buying it from you. So, I noticed the link was for Shopify. Are you investing in a subscription? I invest literally $3 a month. So honestly, yeah, it's not much. My YouTube checks pay for it, so it's no loss for me, to be honest. Customs and one-offs are probably okay, but wouldn't ask AliExpress to mass copy it. Yeah, I wouldn't do mass copies. When you guys get to like a certain phase or stage of viewership, you're not gonna really worry about Funkos anyway. I would just give away wallpapers for your phone and computer and tablets. Sure, yeah, that could be something you could do. I know way back in the day, I wonder if they do it still. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but let me look. There was, well, not was, there is this group called Neebs Gaming. And what they would do, and this is way back on when Lewis actually did this for me, and it makes me smile every bloody time. No, they don't do it anymore. But they would do custom messages, like sing you happy birthday for like $20, and they would say your name and everything throughout the birthday song. And Lewis got one for me for my birthday, and this was like when they were like less than 50K YouTube subscribers. Now they're in the multi-million YouTube subscribers. But like honestly, stuff like that. If you're somebody that's a VTuber, that's a voice actor, custom, and I mean custom, actual custom, literal to the word, custom voice packs for $20 or $10 could be a great way of selling. That could be another form of like air quote merch. So, yeah. Keychains and stickers. Keychains could get kind of expensive. Stickers could be fun, but usually, and this is my personal experience, it costs more to ship the sticker than the cost of the sticker. So, yeah. What if you're broke and can't do much with merch? If you're broke and can't do much with merch, then don't worry about merch. Merch should be the last thing you're worried about. Truthfully, that's my honest answer. If you're broke and yeah, can't afford to do merch, you can't do merch. You can't afford to do merch. Period. The voice acting, are you talking about Cameo? Yeah, something like Cameo. Yeah, you could do something like Cameo. This was before Cameo even existed. But yeah, same kind of like yeah, same thing. Yeah. Yeah, same as Cameo. You want to put in simple terms like that? Yeah, same as Cameo. So, yeah, that could be an idea. You don't have to invest in a product for print on demand either. Yeah, no, you don't. You absolutely don't. There's so many other ways. You guys can think of free ways of making merch, or pretty darn near free ways of making merch, right? Digital merch. There's no shipping fee involved in that, and that could be you doing a custom drawing for somebody and sending it to them over Discord, or again, a custom voice pack, or I don't know, something like that. I know I want to know why people sell stickers. It's a lot easier to sell at one place than shipping it. I know one person that sells stickers. They're a decently sized content creator as well. I think for them, it's more of the joy or knowing that the person receiving it is going to get a lot of joy out of it. But again, usually the shipping for that sticker, like the what's the thing that goes on the top left of the envelope? The postage is usually more expensive. Again, that's me personally in Canada. Canada's postage is kind of expensive. In the States, it might be a different story for you guys. Stickers can be shipped in an envelope, and it's relatively cheap to ship as letter postage. But how cheap are we talking? So let's pull up what is it called? USPS for you guys, United States Postal Service. I think that sounds right. USPS. Yeah, USPS. So if we go to their website right now, everybody, we're going on a field trip. So send mail and packages. Buy stamps, schedule pickup, 7 letters and cards. Just for 166 cents. If you're sending an envelope or postcard. It's the government mailing system? Okay. How much are stamps? Because you got to put stamps on it, right? Who's Ruth Bader Ginsburg? They look angry. Like smiling angry. Like, I just want regular stamps. Can I get regular stamps? Like, not special stamps? I just want regular stamps. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to navigate this, but it looks like it's roughly like 66 cents. So if you're gonna do that, you got to think about, mostly cost of stamp, right? To have them made. So you're probably going to want to make them in bulk. I don't know if print on demand stamps are worth it. I haven't looked into it. Maybe might be worth it. I'm not sure. But the cost of stamp, cost of time. So your time to go to the post office, your time to make the stamp if you have to make it from scratch, your supplies, your materials, stuff like that. Postage, which seems like it's really cheap for you guys in the States. You guys are crazy lucky. Like crazy lucky. My God. So postage, and then not more times than not, but you also got to think about, and I know this has happened, where people say they didn't get it. I'm going to put that in air quotes, right? They didn't get the package. So there is going to be some costs for you to resend it out at a loss for you. And this is all mostly if you're doing it yourself, not print on demand stamps or stickers. Sorry. So, or the people that state that they it was damaged, which is probably more of a believable one considering the Canadian Postal Service. Your shit is getting tossed, turned, and like thrown into a volcano by the time it arrives to you. So, those are some costs you're going to have to think about, and some things you're going to have to think about. Yeah, conventions, cost of table, hotel, travel. That's absolutely true. What you could do if you are wanting to sell at conventions, I don't know if people will frown upon it or not though. Again, if people have to know who you are to be willing or wanting to buy them from you, but you could just walk around and meet and greet your fans. I need a new keyboard. This thing is sticking like crazy on the spacebar. You could do a meet and greet and sell them that way. The only downside to that is making sure you have cash on you, or getting sob stories of why they can't give it to you or give cash to you, but they're your biggest fan and they think they should get it for free. But there is like if you are going to do a booth or whatever at a convention, I'm hoping if you do that, you have like an established a great amount of established works that you could sell. Yes, you did. C plus. Thank you again for sending me that link. But yeah, I think it's 10 or 15 minutes into the stream. So the great advantage of YouTube is you can click rewind and watch it. So I'd imagine some cons have a rule against that. Yeah, I don't know. Right? I know like Fan Expo here in Vancouver is pretty lax on those kind of things. But it depends from, expo to expo, convention to convention. What you should do is just call up the convention and ask them if it's okay and go off that. Or just give away the stickers for free to your fans that actually do approach you. That's what I would do personally. They approach you like, oh my god, I'm a huge fan. Can I get a picture of you? Here, okay, yeah, here, and here's a sticker. But think of it's free as possible. Good question though. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss these streams. I miss talking to you guys. I actually miss this. Oh my god. Maybe we got to do more live streams. I don't know. I like the free method. I've been to cons and used my stickers as a business cards before. That's genius. That's really genius. That's smart. That's like 1,000 IQ thinking. No worries, Dolphin. No worries. Somebody had another one about YouTube Shorts. I made a YouTube Shorts that seemed to do well for me, but I don't know what factors made them do well versus the ones that didn't do well. The funny thing about YouTube Shorts... Okay. Small YouTube channels, YouTube is still trying to figure out who you are and where your shorts belong. Or who they belong to, right? Audience-wise. So, I've seen shorts take off 6 months later. I've seen shorts take off a year later. Endra, for example, is an Escape from Tarkov streamer. Some of her shorts took 3 months to take off. I know Rayless. His shorts take off every time there's a graduation from Niji Sanji or Hololive. Well, his shorts take off before then, too, but retake off later on. It all depends if the YouTube algorithm can really push it to the right people, and if they engage on it. The main problem with a lot of YouTube shorts that streamers and VTubers make, or content creators in general make, it's a lot of the shorts are selfish content, stuff that's funny to them, stuff that shows off their skills and talents of like headshots and so on and so forth. Not something that is necessarily giving entertainment to the viewer. And a good way to test if it's giving entertainment to the viewer is find a Discord, because there's lots of them out there that you can just share it to and be like, hey guys, can you give me some honest feedback about this? So, yeah, usually stuff that takes a lot less effort or low effort is usually the stuff that does better. I don't know why, but it is. So, but yeah, chat, we're gonna call it there for today's stream. I got some stuff I got to do this weekend, and I got to go pick up someone in 20 minutes. So we're gonna call it there. Thank you guys for tuning in on this YouTube stream. I might do another one next week. We might do like channel reviews. We haven't done one of those in a very long time. So if you guys want your channels reviewed, make sure you join the Discord and do the application form. Other than that, have an amazing weekend. I love you all. And, well, see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.